Hi guys, I had two requests for a little help with this last paper. I thought I was very clear about it, but believe me, I know it's frustrating because it is a reader response essay and I am asking you to just respond. And that's hard because we always look at rules in college and what does the professor want and what format and things like that. Well, it has to be MLA format, but I was very clear on the assignment page what it is. So let me just lay it out verbally. There's nothing wrong for asking for a little clarification. I'm going to give it to you here. Everything that you've learned this semester has helped you become a better academic writer. And we have gone through a little logic. We've gone through looking at summaries, and we've looked at the different types of papers that you can do, informational like the Old West, or we haven't really done a conversational type of paper where you're presenting your opinion on a work of art. So the work of art is the American short story that you select, and I would strongly encourage you to read several of them. Here's a couple that I would recommend, and it's okay if two people choose the same one. I have received emails that most of you have chosen your short story, but let me go ahead and just name a couple that I think are just amazing from my point of view. You might want to check them out. The first one is called The Chrysanthemums by John Steinbeck. Another one is called Patriotism by Yukio Mishima. Scratch that. That's not an American story. They must be an American short story. I gave you a list with links to the full text of all the short stories that, not all of them, of course, but a lot of them. So I'm trying to just kind of figure out what it is that it will make you feel comfortable. Let me tell you where this came from. That might help. I don't know if I said this in the original lecture that I put up, but I'm gonna go ahead and tell you this quick story. When I was at Cal State Fullerton, it would have been about, I think, 1993, and I was 23 years old, and I had just transferred there, and I was really getting into doing English as a major, because I had just transferred from the type of college that I work for now, which is Victor Valley College, a city college. I was at a city college called Saddleback, and when I transferred to Cal State Fullerton, I had a teacher. He took us to a place where we were really writing a lot of technical papers. And then finally at the end, we brought a little blue book into class that he assigned us to have. And he said, write about the story. And everybody freaked out. Probably kind of like the freak out that you're feeling right now. He said, I want your feelings about the story. And that was literally all he said. So you kind of maybe get I learned a lot from that. When you are asked to give your own feelings about a story, it gets sticky. So what can you do? Number one, you can make a thesis statement. Okay, we know how to do that. Everything in this paper that's in the rubric is stuff that I've shown you how to do. The only thing that's different, or had you read about, some of it I didn't show you, but it's not really necessary for the course. So everything that's necessary for the course I've shown you how to do. Now it's in your court, but you're not going to have a bunch of sources. If you want to use sources, go ahead. This one is you and your heart, okay, and your mind. So go ahead and read some short stories, find one that clicks with you, then open up the assignment page in modules, and it tells you exactly what I want to see. And I think the thing that's kind of making people crazy is that they don't have an example. So let me give you just one example, and then if there are any other questions, please continue to ask. That's what I'm here for. Doesn't bother me at all. I would love to answer your questions, or at least help you find an answer that's unique to you, that will work for you and get you the grade that you want. Okay, I think that's the key. We all want to finish this class well. So don't panic. Know that what's more important in this paper is that you have a thesis statement that is from you, what you think of it. Now, here's how I'll close this out. Hopefully this will be a good visual. The story that we were reading, or the novel that we were reading and studying in that class, he was Dr. Friend was his name. His name was actually Dr. Friend, but he wasn't very friendly. I think he's been there since the year I was born. He'd been there since 1969, so he was kind of old at that time. He's probably passed away by now. I don't know. I haven't checked. Anyway, I digress. So let me tell you what I went through and what I'm trying to kind of get you guys to go through as writers now. It's your last paper. Think about that. It's your last paper. So we were reading Moby Dick by Herman Melville. And there's a lot of ways to interpret that whale. What does that whale mean to Captain Ahab? Is it his death? Is it his suicide? Is it his fixation that kills him? So we didn't really know from the book, but we had read the book and we had studied the book. Now he just said, tell me what you think. So I think he was actually more likely to give a good grade to someone who had a point of view that was defending it, see, and making it sense. Okay, so the white whale was the unachievable thing that Captain Ahab could not let go. He showed this through the way he stayed up all night, the way he packed weapons on the boat, and 3, he did not even eat. So then you've got your 3 things to prove your point, see? Now, I am not going to go any further than that because I don't want a bunch of people copying what I just did. I want to know what you think about your short story that you get to pick, and I've given you a rubric. I hope that helps. I'm not trying to be stern. I'm just trying to be exact with what I want on this last paper. And I think you're going to be surprised how well you do as long as you follow the rubric and bring out whatever. You may have to read a story a few times. And like I said, take the class time, okay, that I've given you to read, outline, get an idea, develop it. That's what we've done all semester. Okay, well, good luck to you. And remember, I am here. I hope that little video talking here as I'm waiting for my daughter on her softball game. She's going to be going to the car pretty soon. I got a message saying someone doesn't understand. So I heard it once and I kind of said, hey, look at the help. It's already there. And I did put more help. So now I've given you the help of this too. So you should have all the help you need. And I know it's frustrating, but most of you guys love writing, I can tell. So this should be a good thing for you, an enjoyable thing. If you have any questions at all, I would even be willing to look at pages of your paper. If you're confused, send them over my way. I'll tell you you're right on track or you're not. But I would rather you just have it all come together in your head. Create a paper like I've shown you this year. If you need sources, then throw sources in there. That's your tool now. It's not something, do I have to? It's not a do I have to. It's a you can. You can use sources to make your point. And I think some of you guys are really going to have some real breakthroughs with this 4th paper. We still have a few more assignments, so this paper will not be your final, but it is your final paper. 150 points. So go for it and let me know if you need any help. Thank you.